how do you keep something secret? You hide it in plain sight.
Welcome to all our followers and new viewers to UFO. Please hit the subscribe button below and follow us on Instagram at UFO app. At this very moment I'm speaking to you, there are currently big plans in for a certain type of disclosure to slowly leak to the public. We can all agree here that the sightings are becoming more prevalent in our skies, and over here at UFO, we feel something big is about to awaken to the public. This week we dive into a sensitive topic between two great ufologists with grave differences who are presenting their reputation at stake and whom have both become immense factors in publishing alien disclosure to the world. Amongst the growing tension in the alien cover-up conspiracy, contrasting points and insider information has been slowly leaking to the public to separate routes of view. UFO has felt obligated to approach this controversial subject in a non-biased form regarding this valuable information and ever-unfolding path to disclosure. We feel at the helm of the alien disclosure are two predominant forces which are currently an ever-present force in illuminating the masses to the truth which has been covered up by the shadow government. Dr. Greer has been the dominant sole voice in speaking out in regards to the UFO cover-up since 2001. Just months before 9/11, Greer led a commission of high-ranking officials in front of a congressional hearing that has been heard worldwide by 800 million people called the Disclosure Project. It seemed to allude to the ufology community that final disclosure was surely approaching soon, which everyone was so patiently waiting for. Then, the atrocities of September 11, 2001 occurred. Due to the magnitude of such events, alien disclosure was pushed to the back burner and collected cobwebs for years. We are now in 2017, and a new age is approaching us in this ever-evolving world. There's more transparency with social media at lightning speed, and nearly half of the world now owns cell phones with built-in video cameras to capture unidentified crafts in our skies. Currently, Dr. Greer has released two robust and eye-opening sources of material in his documentaries titled Serious and Unacknowledged. These bodies of work engage the viewer in the root and cause of the problem, exposing the shadow government and their practices of malice behavior with technological superiority and control over the world. With threats and murdering of his affiliates and close sources in trying to prevent him from following through with information to the masses, Greer endures dark obstacles to present to the millions the hidden truths and global cover-up of free energy technology and Earth's visiting neighbors and extraterrestrials. Some of his topics which he touches on includes the government black-shelving hidden technology while spending millions on defense budgets within their secret deep black budget projects. We recommend to our subscribers of UFO to watch both of these documentaries and digest their own conclusions to this ever-changing UFO cover-up. Estranged Delonge fans have been quite vocal upon their social media platforms of denouncing their devoted servitude to Delonge as lifelong Blink-182 fans. Their claims of he has gone off the deep end have been published on just about every blog, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook post one can imagine. Tom was, however, awarded UFO Researcher of the Year by Open Minds TV. Among these accolades, he has released new works in fiction and non-fiction books such as Secret Machines, God's Man and War, which will be followed by 2 more volumes of non-fictional material as a part of slow leak disclosure given to him and which he has studied over the last 20 years. Even though most of his fans are writing him off, it turns out recent leaked emails of Tom emailing and coordinating with Hillary Clinton campaign manager John Podesta released by Wikileaks have solidified to the public that in fact, Delonge is working and rubbing elbows with high officials in the government. As mentioned in prior months, Delonge has been vocal on his social media accounts regarding a big announcement. To what degree will DeLonge immerse himself into his position as "Don't Shoot the Messenger" to further alienate himself from his music fans to prove a point? One thing that we can all agree on and thank Tom is that he is all in with his chips to bring in some sort of disclosure to the populace, regardless of his actions and the result. He has been in talks with NASA, DoD, Department of Defense, CIA, Lockheed Skunk Works, official scientists from S4 Area 51 location, and other generals, top advisors, and national security officials to either illuminate the populace with disclosure in a once-and-for-all manner, or more disinformation to the public to confuse us all. Whether this announcement brings the ufology community and world closer to the disclosure, we cannot answer. We can only wait. A lot of members of the ufology community have voiced their strong opinions, including Greer, that DeLonge is nothing more than a puppet being used by the government to reel in the fake alien invasion, or final card for a one-world government plan. They believe he is being used as a tool, such as the infamous Paul Bennewitz, whom the documentary Mirage Man was created on. Bennewitz was driven to insanity due to government disinformation campaign brought upon his life. An eye-opening documentary which lifts the veil and describes the lengths the government's secret organizations will go in order to twist and turn the truth to cover up an individual's findings. In conclusion, we feel that we are just in the dark about this topic as everyone else, and do not want to take sides in such a fragile environment with sensitive information. The UFO notions that Dr. Greer has been hard-nosed working against the government to disclose the alien truth to the public and has lost many of his best friends who have been murdered along the way. Due to his tireless efforts and consistency in the community, we feel obligated to commend Greer as the ufology leader of the community to bring disclosure and truth to the world of extraterrestrial life. However, we are still vigilantly awaiting Tom DeLonge's message to the world, which he will bestow in a few short weeks of summer 2017. What could it be?
Rockstar do what generations of investigators have failed to manage, that is, find out what the government knows about UFOs.
Last year, Tom DeLonge, the co-founder of Blink 182, told the I-Team about his plans to create a multimedia empire based on inside information given to him by military sources he'd cultivated. Well, since then, DeLonge has taken some criticism, and his grand plan was nearly crushed by the Wikileaks disclosures.
DeLonge isn't saying much lately, but tonight, George Knapp reports plans for a big announcement are still on track.
The rock star life was good for Tom DeLonge. He had millions of fans, sold millions of records, and would occasionally mention his obsession in song lyrics. But since becoming more serious about UFOs, he's managed to tick off just about everyone, especially the UFO faithful, who've accused him of being a dupe, a fraud, a tool of the deep state, or delusional. DeLonge has persevered.
Like, this is the greatest story never told, period. You don't even need to sensationalize anything. This is science fiction in all of its glory, but it's more like science nonfiction.
Last year, when DeLonge showed us the headquarters for his new company, To the Stars, he revealed that he had talked his way into a seat at the UFO table by somehow cultivating a group of high-ranking sources or advisors within the defense establishment, the keepers of the UFO secrets. He says he did it by making this pitch.
They have been backed into a corner, and they need a way for this to get out, and I went in there saying, there will never be congressional hearings on this. I understand that, and I accept this. But what I think can happen, if I do my job correctly, is we can change belief systems.
What he offered to do was invest millions of his own dollars into telling a different story, one that explained why the cone of silence had been dropped over UFOs for so long, why disinformation had been spread. In exchange, they told him things.
It says, we found a life form.
We found a life form.
We found a life form. When we first found the vehicles, I know we brought in private industry, military, intelligence, a good diverse group of very, very elevated thinkers, and said, how do we handle this?
Defending the military's handling of UFO secrecy was too much for many UFO researchers. They dismissed DeLonge as a profiteer, out to make a buck on flying saucers and maybe making it all up. Then came WikiLeaks. Presidential advisor John Podesta's emails spilled out for the whole world to see, and in the middle of them were multiple emails to and from DeLonge, naming his secret panel of advisors and showing there had been high-level meetings of generals and military contractors to discuss UFO disclosure. DeLonge had been telling the truth.
It's been a crazy whirlwind
of a year.
In February of this year, DeLonge accepted an award from the UFO Congress in Arizona. He has since acknowledged that his panel of advisors had been shell-shocked by the leaks and that his plans had been delayed but not derailed.
Things are still a go. And when you say fallout, I was really fearful that I was going to have quite a lot of that, and I didn't. It's just picture yourself kind of driving 100 miles an hour down a freeway, and the freeway splits off into a new direction.
For the last few months, DeLonge has been almost silent about his plans. On his Twitter feed, he acknowledged delays in making his big announcement, but says it's still coming. There are other hints about who might be helping him. A former high-ranking CIA operative, Jim Semivan, wrote the foreword to one of DeLonge's books. Astrophysicist and author Dr. Jacques Vallée did likewise. And a former Defense Department official named Chris Mellon has made public statements about UFO secrecy. If DeLonge has a new team of advisors, he may be inching closer to his original plan of using movies and TV and other media for a program of gradual disclosure rather than a sudden announcement.
I think they really want us to know. I really do think they do. I really do at this point feel like it's going to be a tough thing to swallow for people, and I think there's elements about it that people are not ready for.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
As you heard there, Tom DeLonge had hoped to make some sort of announcement about his business plans by the beginning of June, but it looks like that's going to be delayed until at least later this summer. In the meantime, he's reportedly in the studio recording a new album.
Thank you for watching this video, and be sure to subscribe to UFO YouTube channel, UFO Instagram app page at UFO app. Thank you. Keep your eyes to the sky and your mind, ears, and heart open. Much love, UFO.